usually capital intensive and on a long-term basis. Rail, road, power are critical infrastructure on which vibrant economies are built. Many of the federal projects have been known for many years with different funding options. The federal government says it embarked on the reconstruction of 21 selected federal roads, totaling 1,804.6 kilometers under the Road Infrastructure Development and Refurbishment Investment Tax Credit Policy. Tax credit scheme, one of the funding options, allows companies to invest billions of naira in constructing over 1,500-kilometer critical roads in key economic corridors. One of the landmark projects of the Buhari administration is the construction of 1.6 second Niger bridge linking Anambra and Delta states with 10.3-kilometer highway. Earlier in the month, the bridge was opened to vehicular movement and motorists can now use the infrastructure till January next year.
The target date is somewhere April, May, but these dates keep shifting, and people must remember that on the eastern side, our contractors have not been able to work on Mondays for almost 2 years. We lost 52 days of construction. Where do you make that up? And then we've also had some challenges that we had to overcome in terms of timelines. For example, we had to relocate all the transmission lines connecting the east to the west across that river. All of them had to be moved. So again, we lost some days because the power company had to shut down. They had contracts to supply energy. They had contracts to take gas. So all of these things are unseen.
On rail infrastructure, the administration completed a 326-kilometer Itakpe-Ajaokuta-Warri rail line and other supporting facilities. And in the southwest, the 156-kilometer Lagos-Ibadan standard gauge rail line modernization project is operational. This year, the political climate changed a few portfolios, and at the Ministry of Transport, power changed hands. Muazu Sambo replaced Rotimi Amechi. The new minister says any administration that comes on board will continue with the railway modernization program.
A lot of them are there to feel and touch. This is a train. This train was not available before this administration. Is it not a fact? Can anybody deny that? So these are the things this government has achieved. The Lagos-Ibadan Expressway that had defied 16 years of PDP administration is almost completed, correct? The second Niger bridge that has defied every administration before Muhammad Buhari is going to be commissioned before the end of this year. The second Niger bridge. The deep sea port, the Lekki deep sea port is there, conceived and constructed under this administration.
Social infrastructure connects households across cities to higher quality opportunities in employment, education, healthcare, and obviously the mobility of persons and goods. In 2022, like in recent years, there are success stories and also setbacks in building infrastructure for public use. The attack on Kaduna-Abuja train, a critical transport infrastructure, posed a major threat to the nation's security and peace. The effect on the economy is also immeasurable. There are obvious pains and gains. How can the nation leverage and sustain the efforts made so far?
When the Buhari administration came to power, there was no transition plan from the PDP government. Nothing at all to build upon. And we felt it was wrong. And we needed to correct it. It's part of governance. Even if you are handing over to an opposition party, give them something to build upon. Okay? We as government is a what? A continuum, like Chief Obafemi Awolowo had of blessed memory always held. He said, government is a continuum. So you must prepare the next coming government.
Also in 2022, a significant progress is registered in the 63 million euros deal between the federal government and Siemens. The first set of mobile power transformers are delivered. With a new year, a new administration in view, the country's public debt burden continues to rise steadily, increasing by 16% on a year-on-year basis, with some parts used to finance capital projects, hoping that this social infrastructure translates to better living standards for the people. Dari Idu, Channels Television News.